In other major news, opposition leader Yair Lapid and Yamina party head Lapid Bennett getting closer and closer to signing a landmark power-sharing agreement. The two reportedly hoping to present a viable coalition to President Rivlin by Tuesday night, just 24 hours before the deadline to do so. Yesh Atid party leader and Knesset opposition head Yair Lapid saying there's still plenty of work to be done in forming a unity coalition. Yet both Lapid and partner Lapid Bennett are adding that they're optimistic that they can present a coalition proposal to President Rivlin within a day or so and have a government sworn in within a week. Lapid also promising an allegedly brighter and more responsible government than that of his predecessors.
בעוד שבוע מדינת ישראל יכולה להיות בעידן אחר. פתאום יהיה שקט. שרים ילכו לעבוד בלי להסית, בלי לשקר, בלי להפחיד אותנו כל הזמן. אם תקום הממשלה הזו, מילת המפתח תהיה אחריות. לקחת אחריות. להחזיר את השקט הפנימי, לא להאשים אחרים, לא לחפש אויבים, לא להגיד שכל מי שחושב אחרת מאיתנו הוא בוגד וצריך להרוג אותו. גם אם ליש עתיד היו 40 מנדטים, זו הממשלה שהייתי מקים. ימין, שמאל ומרכז. ממשלת אחדות, ממשלה שתדאג לכל אזרח ישראלי, כולל אלה שלא הצביעו בעדנו.
Prime Minister Netanyahu, however, still working until the last second to undermine the would-be government, posting polls that highlight voter dissatisfaction and calling on Bennett to hold out for a right-wing bloc. Then, to let potential angers simmer, Likud member Yariv Levin allegedly planning to use his powers as Knesset Speaker to delay a vote of confidence for up to a week after the coalition plans are submitted. Bennett and Lapid, however, maintaining their cool, saying progress is being made with all relevant parties, including the Islamist Ram. And Bennett earlier dismissing chances for a right-wing coalition based on numbers alone, the pro-Netanyahu bloc failing to reach 61 mandates, even with Bennett alongside them. And joining me now with more on the potential new unity government, I'm happy to welcome back Israeli political analyst Orly Rapaport. Orly, thanks so much for being with us.
Hello, good to be back. Hi, Aaron. Good to see you.
It's great to have you. Thank you so much. So first of all, I'm going to start with Lapid sources from Yesh Atid saying that progress was made with all the parties that will be part of the coalition, including with the Islamist Ram, United Arab List Party of MK Mansour Abbas. So given the fact that many different parties from the right all the way to the left with very different opinions are joining in this unity government, do you think that it will be effective?
It's very hard to say. On the other hand, we live here all together, so many different people for so many different places, and with the Arabs and with the religious and with the right and with the left. And we somehow have to get along. If we don't see our government and our members of the government and the Knesset doing the same, I don't think it can come down to the people, and which is what everybody's hoping for in a way. So I hope it will work. Let's be optimistic.
So, I mean, because the contrary to that, we've heard actually from many people speaking, when we've spoken about this, we've heard from some saying that there's no way they'll be able to get anything done given the drastically different opinions. And then we have others who say that, no, actually, this will be a very stable government because they've agreed to put certain things aside and focus on what they do agree on. Where do you see those agreements?
So first of all, we have to say that Biden is the president of the United States. In terms of what will happen in Israel, there will be no annexation. There will be no many units being built in Samaria. These are things that are going to be stopped anyway. So if we put that aside and focus on the internal things in Israel, like the economy, like transportation and many other things that need to be invested in, there is a way that this could work and actually be good. It all depends on the willingness of all sides to work together. Right now, to form the government and to see Netanyahu leave is something that is joined to almost all the parties in this, and not being interested in going to the fifth elections, because most of them know that they will not come out good as they did or as good as they did. And on the other hand, there will be no change. So they do want it to work, and I feel that in a place where people want things to work, they usually work. You see it between couples. You see it when people want to make deals together, when signing contracts, when there's goodwill from all sides, things can work.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned couples and sort of finding ways to come to terms with one another, because we've actually seen reports of trouble in paradise between Bennett and Lapid already with respect to who will go first in leadership as prime minister. Lapid reportedly saying that legally speaking, because Bennett has so few votes, he can't be first prime minister. President Rivlin already saying that's nonsense.
It wasn't actually Lapid. It was the Likud party saying that because they wanted to break the deal that is happening right now. They wanted to legally try to break it while the legal counselor of the president said that actually it can be done. So it's the Likud party, again, trying to fail this government, in which all sides that are going to this government, not to put a few people that are not very happy about it, but will go for it because it is what it is at this point, meaning Ayelet Shaked, by the way, and parts of the Yamina party. But it seems like this is going to happen. Like we predicted, by the way, right before the war, right, Aaron?
That's true. All right.
This exact conversation.
So, all right. So my final question for you then is, if Likud under Netanyahu actually does end up in the opposition, what do you think the future holds for Likud?
I think there will come a point when Netanyahu will need to be switched by someone else who is a little bit more accepted by the public in Israel. I think that the Likud party has good things about it. I think that Netanyahu made many mistakes to make people who work around him and worked with him before not want to be there with him. By the way, when speaking about this forming government, I think the only person to blame is not Bennett for going with Lapid or the other way around. It's Netanyahu for not letting Naftali Bennett and Ayelet Shaked join the Likud party when they wanted to. It's pushing Gideon Sa'ar out when he was top positions in the primaries in the Likud party. Instead of giving him a minister position, he actually made him be a Chaver Knesset, a member of the Knesset. He pushed people away instead of keeping them close, and now it's coming back to him.
All right.
And if I may, one more thing about the poll that you showed, about 61% of the people
who voted for Yamina
voted for Yamina and supposedly don't want them to go with Yesh Atid party. The first poll that they made, it was 73%. The second poll is 61%.
So you're saying they're coming to terms with this?
And not only coming to terms, you don't always know the real situation with the polls. You can't get to all the people. I did my own calculations, and we spoke about it also before. I don't think that it's more than 2 mandates that are upset with Bennett going with Yesh Atid. The only thing is that these votes are, the people are louder, are more opinionated and louder than the ones who, instead of Gantz, voted for Bennett this time.
All right. Orly
and
Rapaport.
I know quite a few of them.
Orly Rapaport, thank you so much as always.
Good to see you all. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.